Hello, Gemini love. It's Kat here from Self-Unity. Welcome into your divine full moon lunar eclipse reading. I'm so grateful and excited to be here with you today, love. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me. Now, before we get started with your reading today, I do want to share with you all that this is part one of a 3-part series that I am creating for each of the astrology signs for this eclipse season. So today in part one, we will be receiving messages of guidance that are in connection to the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, which is happening on Sunday, September 7th. And then for part two, we will be receiving messages of guidance that are in connection to what is being initiated for you when the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo happens on Sunday, September 21st. Okay, and then for part three, we will be receiving messages of guidance that offer you insight into the integration process of all the lessons and experiences that you worked through, transmuted, and transformed during this eclipse season. Okay, love, so make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, Self-Unity, so that way you can catch part 2 and 3 of your signs eclipse season readings. All right, loves, but let's go ahead and tap in and see what part 1, this full moon lunar eclipse, has to share with you today. What messages of guidance you need to know as you work through this portal of release. So full moons are all about release, letting go of something. All right, so let's see, what does Gemini need to know? All right, so while I'm shuffling, Gemini, if there's anything that's been on your mind, you have a question you'd like some insight on, or something you'd like to set an intention to receive guidance towards, go ahead and take a moment just to quietly set those intentions now and ask those questions now, whether to just yourself, to God, Goddess, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit team, and trust that you'll receive the answers in the divine's perfect timing. Okay, we'll take that card too. And let's get one more for Gemini. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's see, what does Gemini need to know? Wow, we have 21 the world. This is the last card in the Fool's Journey, last card of the major arcana. So this says, yay, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. It says, yay, you did it. Way to go, Gemini. Wow, and then you have King of Cups. Always compose yourself before giving a response. Always compose yourself before giving a response. So 2 cards representing endings. And then we have 4 of Pentacles. Treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. All right, so let's see what's going on with you, Gemini. So I feel, Gemini, that over the past couple weeks, past couple months, you have had to make some challenging decisions in your life when it comes to your sense of physical security. Okay, so this could be your home, your living situation, maybe a job or career path. This could be about your finances. This could also be about physical relationships in your life, okay? And so what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing a couple of different things. Okay, so first, I'm seeing that you may have had to make a challenging decision to almost like release something or someone or some type of continued experience from your life. This could also be a habit. So I'm getting a lot of different examples here. So you may have had to cut ties with a specific person or relationship in your life, okay? And so specific person, or when we say relationship, this could be like cutting ties with a job. Maybe you're going to school and you had to stop going to that school or stop taking specific classes because XYZ, maybe because the environment wasn't good for you, the way the teachers were instructing, or maybe something shady going on with the administration. You know, there was just some reason, or maybe there was no reason, you know, just something fell off, and so you decided to cut ties with that connection, that relationship, or person in some way. And then I'm also seeing some of you, maybe you had to change your living environment. Maybe you had to set some boundaries in your current living environment. Maybe you live with roommates and you had to set some very clear boundaries around things that they were doing or weren't doing. Or maybe you had to completely just get out of there and move. Yes. Okay. Also, I'm also seeing another one that I was seeing was around finances. So maybe like you had to address your spending habits and make some changes to the way that you're what's the word, like funneling your money towards something, okay, in order for you to maybe save a little or to invest in something else or something different. You know, you're just changing your relationship to money and how you work with it and how it flows in and out of your life, okay? So with that being said, what I'm seeing is whatever it is that you had to cut ties with or bring change to or bring transformation to, this is a job well done, because it is something that is going to allow you to experience emotional fulfillment in a new way. Okay, so wherever you cut ties with in your life or whatever you transmuted in some way, you are going to start seeing the benefits and rewards of those choices and decisions very soon, like in alignment with this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. And so I feel that this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces is just allowing you to really reflect on where you've already released something from your life, from your being, from your physical environment. We have 1 o'clock exactly on the clock right now too, so this is also signaling like a new beginning is upon you, something new is coming in. And so really this full moon energy is helping you to just shed any last reflections, thoughts, or emotional attachments that you may have to this previous experience, relationship, or connection, environmentally or socially, or even like career-based or school-based, you know, whichever example resonates with you. You are now just kind of reflecting on what it is that you've let go of and finally shedding it once and for all so that you can put it to rest and step into this new path once again, okay? Let's see, there was another message coming through, another example Spirit wanted me to talk about with this Four of Pentacles. I feel too here, Gemini, that you're at the precipice of like receiving multiple opportunities, okay? So what I'm seeing is where you have removed or released something from your life, and it may not just be one thing, it may be a series of things, multiple things. Maybe you're doing a complete makeover, complete new identity shift overall. Maybe you're completely moving across city lines, state lines, country lines, continent lines, and you're starting over from the ground zero, and you're just like learning new hobbies, signing up for a completely new career path, having to make new social connections, you know, just like a complete 180. Okay, but what I'm seeing is that if you have removed just one or two specific things from your life, so say one, you removed a person from your life, and then two, you left your job, what's going to happen over the next few weeks and in this eclipse season, specifically more so around the new moon, is that once you're done with the mental and emotional and physical processing, okay, so say you cut ties with a specific person, you know, maybe you have exchanged items, so maybe you're going through a breakup, you've exchanged items with this person and you still have to meet up, say your condolences, say your I don't know why I said condolences, say your goodbyes, get your belongings, give them their belongings, kind of like make peace. What is the word? It's not condolences. But Spirit's saying that may be significant to somebody too. And so if that is significant to you, my heart goes out to you, my love. but there's another word. Okay, it'll come through if it's meant to. Gemini, I'm very much in your energy right now too. Like, you're an air sign, and I feel the airiness coming in, where I'm like trying to grasp your messages. So I'm very much in your energy of like, it's very much like this world card. Like, you're just kind of in your own world, in your own environment, just vibing with yourself. Just like each of these cards, they're kind of just vibing with themselves. And that's like the energy that you're in here, Gemini. But what I'm seeing is, so another example too is like if you're having to change homes or change careers, you have to maybe go into the office, sign some documents saying that you're leaving the job, or maybe, clean out your desk, get your belongings, things like that. So there's just like little nuances of things that you're releasing and closing out from whatever it is that you've left behind. And then come upon the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, which is happening on September 21st. There will be a plethora of new opportunities coming in to kind of fill in the spaces of where you have removed something from your life. So if you've broken up with somebody, new romantic relationships will be coming into your life. If you've left a job and you're looking for a completely new career, you'll have new possible career paths opening up for you. If you've had to move out of your home and you're kind of just bumping around friend to friend, or maybe you're staying with mom and dad for a little bit, new home offers are going to start popping up. The perfect houses that you're looking for, perfect apartments that you're looking for, they're going to start popping up for you. Okay, so Spirit's saying when you're in this liminal space, this in-between space, do what you can to just kind of bring your energy back to yourself and really set your intentions and focus on what it is that you actually want to experience and receive moving forward. What do you want to manifest to take the place of what has been removed or released from your life? Because I feel that there's already so much peace and love and assuredness around what has been removed from your life. There's just, like those little nuances that I said that still need to kind of be worked out or taken care of around the time of this full moon lunar eclipse, maybe over the next week. And then eventually those new things where you've cleared that energetic space to allow new things to come in will be coming in very naturally. It's not something that you're going to have to chase. You're just going to be able to attract it to yourself very naturally. Okay, Gemini. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your next cards from this deck here. This is the Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. Okay, Spirit also wants me to talk about the symbolism on these cards. So I'm really drawn to this red dress here, which red represents our sacral chakra energy. Okay, so this is sexuality and creativity energy. So you may be feeling this heightened energy of your sexual drive. You may also be just getting hit with like creative insight, new ideas, new inspirations, and it's very much supercharged by this like emotional energy that you're tapping into now that you've released like these energetic drains. Okay, so whatever you've released from your life, you knew and know that it was not serving you any longer, and it may have been kind of like sucking the life out of you from an emotional standpoint. But now that you removed it from your life, you're being given this whole new level of emotional energy, and it's like supercharging your sacral chakra, so that like just like overall excitement for life, and you're just going to be receiving this deep creative or sexual flow moving through you, and you're just going to want to really like live life and do all the things and create all the things and just do all the things that you're feeling called to do, that you're feeling called to experience and receive. Okay, I don't know. Oh, I was talking about the symbolism here. I was like, I don't know where I was going with that. So the red dress, sacral chakra, and then we also have the butterflies here, which represent transformation. So you are going through a transformation right now where you're closing out a cycle in some specific area of your life, whatever it is that you have released from your life. You're bringing that to a close now so that you can start anew. and allow new things to come in and fill in those spaces with sort of like this like up-leveling energy of something that will better support you and benefit you in the long run. We also have the 4 here, so you may also be seeing sequences of the number 4, which represent growth. This can also represent the energy of setting boundaries. But let's see what your oracle cards are. So we have Straw Bale, number 37, Straw Bale. There's my Texas accent coming out there. It says, it's time you step out of your comfort zone, take up space, and reach new heights. Yes, it's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. Take up space, just like here on the world. Being in your own world is amazing, Gemini, but we also want you to take up space here in the real world. Come out of your cave, come out of your home, and let us know what it is that you're all about, because we want to see you in all your shining glory. We want to see this new creative expression, this new exciting, passionate sexual energy that's just flowing through you. We want to see you in all your beautiful glory, Gemini. So let the world see the true you. Okay, there's something you have to share. We have number 44. There we go again. 4s. I just said you may be seeing sequences of the number 4s, and there's 44. And this says, wool, you are woven with an embrace, protected, loved, and the familiarity of finally being home. Yes, you finally feel like yourself once again, Gemini. That's what these 2 cards here are saying. Now that you've released the binds of something that just wasn't serving you, something that felt like an energy drain, now that you've released that from your being and you're finally taking care of those small little last lingering details, those nuances that we talked about, you are returning home back to yourself, and you're finally feeling free, and just really like you're embodying this energy of like a sense of adventureness within yourself. And that may look different to each and every one of you. So if you fall on the lines of being more introverted, that's okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that you actually want to go out into the world and shout from the rooftops like, hey everybody, I'm free. I've cut ties with this terrible thing that was holding me back and keeping me small. You may just feel a little bit more adventurous in your own ways. You know, maybe you're going to still be in your little cave, but you're going to be like creating a way. You're going to be like painting or writing a book, or finally learning how to play that instrument you always wanted to play, maybe creating some YouTube videos, or creating a social media account and sharing online in that way. And then for some of you, if you're more extroverted, maybe you will be going out and about and you'll be shouting from the rooftops, hey everybody, I'm free. I cut ties with that terrible thing. Now it's time to let the world see all that I am, all that I can be, okay? So whatever it looks like to you, go out and express yourself in the ways that you need to express yourself, okay? Don't repress that sense of sensuality and creativity that is going to be flowing through you. Let it flow through you, okay? We want to vibe with you, Gemini. We want to see you in all your glory and all your shining light, because we are so excited that now you're feeling embodied, you're feeling at peace, and you're feeling in love with yourself once again. So beautiful. Thank you, Gemini, for letting me read for you here. Also with this wool card, I'm just getting a specific message. If you do resonate with the example of having to leave behind a specific living situation, like maybe you had to move out, you will be finding the perfect home. Okay, perfect new place to live. It is coming in. All right, so just be open to receiving that. And again, Spirit's saying just keep focusing on the intention of what you want to experience, what you want to manifest. Try your best to release like what your reality is showing to you right now in the present moment if you're kind of in between places, and just continue focusing on the goal of what you actually want to experience, what you want to receive while you're house hunting, while you're apartment hunting, you know, while you're looking for that new place to move into. Okay, so let's see what your last card is here, Gemini. We have a card from the deck Beyond Lemuria. Ooh, 52, the Violet Flame. Yes, the violet flame. This is all about the energy of protection. And also look at this, like her power is just flowing out into the universe. Like she has the power in her hand and she's allowing it to flow out into the universe. She's receiving the divine downloads, the insight, and she's letting her divine wisdom be shared with the world around her. And so, Gemini, I really feel that you're about to walk upon a new path, not only of allowing yourself to be fully reconnected back to the truth of who you are, from your soul center, from your heart center, but there's also something new that you're going to be exploring, that you're going to become really passionate about. Okay, again, that's that sacral chakra energy we've been talking about, where you're just going to have like this really passionate drive to want to create, to want to embrace it, to want to connect with it, and to want to like literally you're going to want to be screaming from the rooftops, sharing this insight or this vision, this inspiration with everyone that you meet, everyone around you. And with that, Spirit saying, if this is something really new to you, you may want to maybe hold it a little close to home while you're still exploring these new insights and inspirations, especially if it's something that you're creating, such as like an invention, or like, you know, maybe like I said, writing a book or painting a masterpiece. You may want to keep it a little close to home until it has manifested into something a little bit more than just the idea, than just the thoughts, just so you can protect the vision of what it is that you're creating and pursuing. But once you have more of a tangible manifestation of this dedication, this creative project, this passion project, this path that you're walking upon, then you can start to open up and share that vision with others, because they'll also be able to see the see it in a more physical space, and they'll be able to better understand it. Because when you share about something too soon and there's nothing tangible for people to actually see and visualize themselves, they can maybe naturally really just shut it down because it's not their vision. They don't have the insight and the wisdom that you've been gifted. And so until they're able to see something more in the physical, they won't really be able to understand it, and it can influence the energy of you actually being able to create and invent this new thing that wants to be created and birthed through you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then another message coming through with the violet flame. Sometimes when we talk about violet flames, we also talk about divine counterparts, twin flames, soulmates. So this may also be a time that is helping you to align with a divine counterpart, a soulmate, possibly a twin flame, but I'm really feeling like there's some deep soulmate connections that you are aligning with, specifically again around the new moon. So that new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo happening on September 21st is going to be a big one for you, Gemini, because that keeps coming up in your reading. So just hang on for a couple more weeks, and then all the magic, all the things you've been trying to manifest, receive, and align with are going to flood in. For now, again, keep focusing on the intention of what you're manifesting, what you're aligning with. Keep working on your energies, clear out those nuances that we talked about, and all will be set right in a beautiful, glorious way in a couple weeks' time. So I'm really excited for you, Gemini, and I thank you once again for letting me tap in and read these messages of guidance for you. If you enjoyed this reading, Gemini, please give this video a thumbs up, and again, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, Self-Unity, so that you can catch parts 2 and 3 of your eclipse season readings for your sign. All right, love, I am wishing you a beautiful, blessed full moon lunar eclipse. Until next time, bye, loves.